What's up, everybody? Jed Johnson here from dieselcrew.com, and it's another episode of Cooking with Napalm. This is an inside edition today of Cooking with Napalm because the chicken that I'm cooking is actually the leftover little chunks that I had when I cut up the 40 pounds of chicken that I got in. So I threw all these little shreds into a bag, and I'm going to cook those up and use those mainly in salad. I've got 3 questions here that have come in on the YouTube channel. So thank you for leaving the questions, and I want to go ahead and answer them now while the onions cook up. So let me just check these. Alright. So incidentally, someone asked why I call it Cooking with Napalm, since obviously I'm not cooking with napalm. The reason why is because I sent a tape into the very first Tough Enough back in 2001, and the character that I created was Napalm Jed. So I forget that not everybody has known me for the last 10, 12, 13 years that I've been online, so I figured I'd go ahead and explain that now. Alright, so these first 2 questions came from a video where I trained with my friend Brad Martin up to his gym at Titan Strength. You can check out the video link and see that video. First one, how does the safety squat bar feel from regular squats? Good question. That's a piece of equipment that you don't find in every gym. So in that video you'll see that we do safety bar squats. What it is a device that goes across your shoulders. It's got handles that come this way and it kind of comes down. It's got pads. But it's similar in that you load it just like a barbell. The difference is it sits a lot higher on your body. It's up on top of your shoulders. So it makes you stay very, very vertical when you're squatting. So if you have a tendency to fall forward in your squat, this will strengthen you up so that it's forcing you to stay nice and tall, because if you fall forward, the leverage is a lot greater and it's going to put more torque on your body. So you want to stay vertical when you're using it so that it's nice and efficient. So, but it feels good. It feels real good. The pad is arranged in a way that you don't get a lot of pressure, but it's a good variation. So if you're considering getting something for your gym, maybe a safety squat bar would be good for you. The other question from that video is, this person said, is there a setup or rig that doesn't stress the neck at all? They said they couldn't squat because of a neck injury, puts pressure on their neck. Is there something that does not strain the neck? And the thing that immediately came to my mind was thigh squats, hip belt squats. And that is actually what I did when I started squatting again in 2013. Is I took my dip belt, actually, the belt that I would use when I'm performing dips or weighted chins or something like that, and I used that. I attached it to a loading pin that sits under me and between my legs. I'm standing on a box, so I'm elevated. I hook to the loading pin and just perform my squats that way. So you're able to go down, come back up, nice full range of motion, strengthens the hips, the quads, and it got me ready to do something. Then I moved into the bar. I started with just the barbell, and I got into just using quarters on the bar. That's all I did for like the first couple of weeks. It all started though with the hip belt squats. So look for that on YouTube here. I don't think I have any videos on it, but go ahead and search for that. And there is no strain on your neck unless you end up looking down. And you just hook everything around your waist. You perform your squat. Keep your head in a nice, safe position. You shouldn't have, I don't think you would have too much neck problems, but maybe just check with your doctor first. Alright, let me throw this chicken on. These onions should be just about ready. Alright, we'll let that get cooking, and now one more question. How do you keep progressing in grip strength? It seems like I can never get any stronger in my grip training, or it moves at a snail's pace. Are grip strength feats the kind of thing for people born with big hands? Yes, big hands does help, but it's not any means. There's no reason why you can't progress if you don't have big hands. I've trained with lots of people with hands much smaller than me, and they can do a lot of the feats that I can do. Pinch 245s, pinch well on two-hand pinch. You know, my buddy Brad Martin pinched the blob, lifted the blob, and his hands are only like 7.5 inches. So don't think you can't do it. You can do it. The main thing is you got to know what you're doing. And a lot of people try to train grip the same way that they train, you know, pull-ups or bench press or anything like that, and that only works for so long. The other thing that you may not realize is there's technique to a lot of these things. It may look like we just bend down and grab something and pick it up, but in reality there's technique to everything. So what I would encourage people to do is get some coaching, get some products or something that is they're designed for the specific things you want to do. So if you're looking at grippers, then get a product from someone that talks about training with grippers. If it's pinching, find a product on pinching or the specific pinch feat that you want to do. If it's a feat of strength, look at products on that feat of strength. I happen to sell products on many feats of strength, many types of grip training. But there's other people out there too. The main thing is don't spin your wheels. You end up wasting a lot of time in your training if you don't go to someone and get guidance for what you want to do. You don't want to keep guessing all the time. That sucks. That's boring. All right, you don't want to do that. So I encourage everybody to invest in a product, some kind of coaching, or whatever the case may be. I have a very affordable membership site at thegripauthority.com, and just about all that stuff is already covered there, and the stuff that I haven't got covered, I cover it for the members when they request it. It's called thegripauthority.com. You can join for $7, and you get to check out the site and see if it's for you or not. And then after that, it's $17 a month. So I encourage you to try that out. If you're looking for more structured coaching, then get a hold of me and we can set something up like that. You know, programming and more intense coaching. Just let me know. I do that as well, but I don't do it with a ton of people. So I try to keep that group small. And right now I have 3. I usually only work with 5 to 7 people at a time. So I don't want to go any more on that. If you have any other questions in regards to that, just hit me with a private message or something like that, and we can cover it. But for now, that's Cooking with Napalm. Be sure to leave your questions that you have on the bottom of the video, and I will see them, and I will eventually get to them to answer them. Hope it's been helpful. All the best in your training, everybody. Make sure to subscribe, and take care.